Well, Alan John Kyerematen's movement for change is officially rebranded as United Party UP Plus, marking a fresh chapter and paying homage to a name of historical significance in Ghanaian politics. As official unveiling, the party chairman Sadiq Abubakar said the new identity reflects a renewed commitment to good governance and transformational leadership. Party leader Alan John Kyerematen described the rebrand as a new dawn for Ghanaian politics, one focused on enhancing accountability, fighting corruption, and offering a credible alternative to the winner-takes-all system. The party received its official registration certificate from the Electoral Commission on October 3, 2025, formally cementing its new status. Before we listen to Alan John Kyerematen, let me go on the phone line and speak to Solomon Owusu, who is the Director of Communications for the party. Anguzolo, good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time on 505.
Good evening.
I'm sure that large number of Ghanaians are wondering why not movement for change anymore, and now we have the UP that is United Party.
So, in 2023, the 25th of September, that we formed the movement. The original intent was to form a political party by the United Party. However, looking at the time between September of 2023 and December of 2024, we realized it was going to be extremely difficult to put all our papers together to be able to convene the Electoral Commission for us to have our licenses. We, however, believe that Mr. Alan Kyerematen should be on the ballot. So how were we to behave? We needed him to contest as an independent candidate, but rather form a special purpose vehicle to support his independent bid. And that is how I became with the movement for change. So the movement for change wasn't a political party. It was a pressure group, a political movement formed to serve as a vehicle to support Mr. Alan Kyerematen as an independent candidate.
What is the focus now for United Party? How different is it going to be from the movement for change?
So first of all, this is a fully fledged political party. What it means is that we will be having executives across all the 43,000 or so polling stations in Ghana. We will have constituency executives, regional executives, national executives. You would have parliamentary candidates in all the 276 constituencies in Ghana, and we will have a flag bearer. It will be run as a proper political party that is according to law. And so that is the main difference.
I see. What is going to be so you're now going to, put together party constitution and all that, but many also bring in a conversation about the third force. In 2024 elections, we saw the performance of Alan John Kyerematen. What's going to be the focus of the party as far as his leadership is concerned? Does it mean that in the 2028 election, he's already going to lead the party in that election? Or from now to 2028, there's going to be structures that will allow people to even contest Alan John Kyerematen?
So first of all, the party has a constitution. Without a constitution, the Electoral Commission will not grant you your license.
Very well.
Secondly, Mr. Alan, the party is a democratic party that goes with democratic tenets. We would open nominations, and any well-meaning Ghanaian who is within the legal remit will contest if they so wish. And whoever emerges as the winner would be the flag bearer of the party. Let me also say that in the 2024 elections, so many things happened that in the coming days we were exposed to Ghanaians why the so-called 30,000 that they claim Mr. Alan Kyerematen vote was not a true reflection of what took place. But that is a subject matter for another day. What is going to happen is that whoever emerges as the flag bearer of a party would be contested on the ticket of this political party and will be ushered into victory by the hard-working party members, just like any of the two parties that have been winning elections in this country. So it's a different structure. Mind you, in the last elections, Mr. Alan Kyerematen, as an independent candidate, did not have polling agents in almost 95% of the various polling stations. So who was there to count his ballot? All these things are saying that went against him. But that is for another day.
We sometime, some years back or decades ago, had the United Party leader Kofi Abrefi Busia, 30th of October 1957, dissolved in 1964 because there was a merger in that's the National Liberal Movement, Northern People's Party, and of course we know that history. They had a focus. What is different from that United Party compared to what we have by Alan Kojo Kyerematen's United Party?
So what is happening is that we are taking all the good sides of the UP of old, and we are enhancing it with the reality of today. So any good thing that the UP stood for in the past will be taken, and we are also adding more because of our current circumstances. That's the difference.
I got a question that would a great transformational plan be one of the key focus of Alan John Kojo Kyerematen? Obviously, we know that for 2028 is going to be on the ballot for the United Party, correct?
So, because it's a Democratic Party and I'm a national officer, I cannot take sides. It will be open for the general public, and whoever deserves will go through the elections, and then the winner will be the flag bearer of the party.
You talked about accountability, fighting corruption, offering credible alternative to the winner takes all system. We know accountability is one of the things that many Ghanaians are calling for. Why do you think the United Party as one that Ghanaians should entrust to deal with accountability issues of corruption?
So it has to do with the credibility of the leadership of the party. And I'm very happy that Ghanaians now know that we do this. If you look at the track record of the founder and the interim leader, you look at the national chairman Abu Bakar Sadiq, you look at the general secretary Abu Aben, you look at and everybody involved in this party. These are men and women whose only interest is serving Ghana and serving it truthfully. That is the first point. Number two, if you read our great transformational plan very well, we were the first party to suggest to Ghanaians that given the opportunity, we will introduce what we call lifestyle audit. It is only through a lifestyle audit that we will be able to, as it were, identify corrupt Ghanaians, corrupt officials in this country. We brought that idea. So we mean business. And I believe that Ghanaians will look at our policies and they know that the only way to deal with effectively with issues of corruption, and not just corruption, but also environmental destruction, is to look at the United Party.
Is the United Party going to be the third force to break that duopoly?
We don't believe in the third force. We are going to be one of the two. We are dislodging one of them. After 32 years of our lives, there is nothing to write home about that. We have been led by these two political parties. So one of it has to fall.
Which of them do you think should fall?
One of them has to fall. Many of our support base, to be frank with you, are coming from the NPP. Though a lot of NDC and other political parties are also gearing up to join us.
Uncle Solo, is there anything you want to add before we wrap up this conversation?
What I want to tell the people of this country is that nobody was born into any political party. You came to this world to join a political party for the party to be in government to better your life. I don't think that with you finishing tertiary institution and living in your father's house and not able to meet daily expenses, not being able to feed thrice a day, will still allow you to continue to support these two political parties. It is time we change our direction, and the direction is to be with the United Party.
Solomon, thank you so much for your time this evening. That's Solomon Owusu, who is the Director of Communications for the newly formed political party led by Alan John Kojo Kyerematen. That's United Party. Well, let's listen to Alan John Kojo Kyerematen during that briefing.
We are ushering a new era a new dawn in Ghanaian politics. A new dawn that will end the divisiveness, acrimony, and rancor in politics in Ghana. A new dawn that will also end the duopoly in Ghanaian politics by offering Ghanaians a credible alternative and eliminate the culture of winner takes all. A new dawn that will bring about economic transformation which will translate into massive job opportunities, usher in a golden age of business, and also create prosperity for our country, Ghana. A new dawn that will mobilize the collective strengths and talents of all Ghanaians for national development, irrespective of age, ethnicity, religion, or political affiliation. A new dawn that will promote accountable and transparent governance and introduce a policy of zero tolerance for corruption. A new dawn that will at least protect the environment and promote sustainable development. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this is what underpins the establishment of the United Party. The UP, as you've been told, is a broad-based, and every word here is pregnant with meaning. The UP is a broad-based, that's number one. It is a center or centrist party, two. And then it seeks to build a united Ghana. And number four, accelerate the economic and social transformation of our country. Number six, by mobilizing the collective strengths and talents of all Ghanaians. If Ghana is to be considered, all of us, as an army, then we are marching on half strength. Because some of our best talents have been excluded from governance and from politics because of the nature and character of our politics. And I want to introduce a new culture of politics in Ghana. It is not enough for people to keep on saying that that's how politics is. No, that's not how politics is. We Ghanaians are decent people and want to make sure that we bring decency into our politics.
That's Alan John Kyerematen, who is the leader of United Party. I've been joined on the phone by Dr. Jonathan Asantotri, who is a senior lecturer at the University of Cape Coast and also a political analyst. Doc, good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time on 505. I'm sure that you've listened to excerpts of what Alan John Kyerematen talked about. First of all, let me have your reaction to from Movement for Change to United Party.
Well, let me say good evening to your good listeners and to your good self. Well, the name choice is very intriguing. We know that United Party used to be the name of the Dombo Dankwa Zuzia fraternity. That metamorphosed to become New Patriotic Party. So if you have an offshoot of that particular tradition come out to form a new political party and take that same name, that's quite intriguing. I think he's really done well for himself, but it is a big blow for the NPP in the sense that the amnesty that was given, which I told you, or other platforms, that it was not in good faith. You saw what has happened to the NPP. The people did not go back. So it means that if you look at the architecture of the mother party, that is the NPP, in their mind, nothing has changed. And that's the more reason why they formed a new party. Now, with the formation of this new party, they believe that politics is going to be different this time henceforth. And there's not going to be business as usual. They are going to ensure that they do not lump themselves up with a tag that is how politicians behave, or politicians are the same. They think that they want to turn a new leaf and ensure that they champion what politics is supposed to be according to Aristotle.
Well, for decades now, we know that Ghana has become, largely a two-party state. NPP, NDC ruling us for over 32 years. We've been talking about, third force coming into place in 2024. We saw Cheddar coming in, who many think that he did very well with the figures that he got. Alan John Kyerematen, very, very low performance there. What do you see his party moving from Movement for Change to a party now seeks to change in the political area as far as the 2028 election is concerned?
Well, I think that if you look at the political discourses that have been taking place, like your FM station and other FM station, including television station, you could see a representation of the Movement for Change, right? So it's not like the CPP. It doesn't appear like the PNC or PNP. It's no longer like the PPP, who really represent Cheddar's view after elections. Nobody. But with Movement for Change now metamorphosing into a united party, which obviously I'll speak about along the line, they are virtually going to be in a position to bring on board still disgruntled members of the NPP. Because the name UP is indicative of the fact that they are the traditional holders of the tradition called Dobodan Kodibuzia. So it will be very easy and be a safe haven for members of the NPP who would think that they do not stand a chance as far as the current happenings within the party is concerned. They will easily find themselves at home with the UP. After all, the name has not changed. It is United Party. So, generations of yesteryears could easily identify themselves with that particular name. And that in itself, I think, is a big blow for the NPP.
The NPP has internal issues, serious internal issues. Now, with the emergence of UP, which reminds the party folks of the tradition, that was there years ago. What do you think the NPP can do or should do that will even make members forget about what Alan John Kyerematen might be preaching or is preaching?
I didn't get the latter part of your question. I have other interviews. They are calling me. Let me get you again.
Okay, so I'm asking that you talked about the fact that this is going to be, very dangerous for the NPP because of the UP thing that has been there for years. I'm asking that what should the NPP be doing differently to attract people who might join the UP tradition?
Well, unfortunately for them, the Gen Zs of today are rather attracted to the NDC. That is another blow for the MPP. And here is the case, you have a different name come into the fray, which is the UP, which is the original name along the line before it metamorphosed, right, into MPP along the line. So what can they do? Well, they will have to put their house in order. Once they are done with the presidential elections, they dare not create more divisions within the party, else there will simply be a minced meat for the NDC come 2028.
So, clearly, it says that the UP or United Party now will be a threat to the New Patriotic Party ahead of the 2028 elections.
Yeah, certainly, because the name rings a bell. Any other disgruntled member of the party can easily feel at home to join UP. These are the hardliners, right, of the UP tradition. They are the hardliners. There is nothing that you can do about it. It is just that you have to put your house in order to ensure that you do not encourage other splinter groups coming out of the party.
Doc, let me thank you this evening for your time spent with us. So that's Dr. Jonathan Asantewatri, who is a senior lecturer at the University of Cape Coast and also a political analyst. Well, the party's chairman, Abubakar Sadiq Boniface, also says the party has come to resurrect the old UP and change the status quo in Ghanaian politics. Take a listen.
Today, we present to you the United Party, or we'll be telling you, and I believe ourselves, that this party has come to resurrect the old bones in the aged who know much about UP. The UP Plus received its provisional certificate on the 3rd day of October. We announce with enormous pride our arrival on the political scene of our beloved country. Every seed will germinate. But what I want to tell you is that when you sow a seed, it has to rot before it germinates. We have come from different walks of life. Every political party in this country will trace its roots to the Aborigines' rights protection.
So that's the chairman of the party, Abubakar Sadiq Boniface. So that's for the United Party. I've been joined on a phone by Dr. Razak Ojopoku. He is the president of the UP Tradition. Doc, good evening to you. Thank you so much for your time on 505.
Good evening. Thank you for having me.
You are the president of UP Tradition. When you heard Alan John Kojo Kyerematen's new party from Movement for Change to United Party UP, what was your initial reaction to that?
My initial reaction to that was that I wanted to find out if the Electoral Commission of Ghana has issued any license to them. Can you help me in direct?